Is here with the realestateWholeSalersClub.com, where we're all about getting you to that first deal. Shut up money, where you can tell all your haters, hey, this thing I got going, it works. Today, who do I look like? Who do I look like today? Gary V. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit today. Don't have any real strong agenda, but I got some things I want to get off my chest. I got maybe some harsh advice for brand new real estate wholesalers out there. You better stay tuned. I hope you pack your lunch, because I'm about to eat your lunch. Shut up, money. Yeah. All right, I want to give some new advice, some fresh advice, maybe even some harsh advice to brand new real estate wholesalers out there. If you're out there and you're brand new, hey, welcome to the club. Welcome to the Real Estate Wholesalers Club. And we're glad you're here. We're glad you're watching. We're glad you're tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, first of all, first piece of advice, stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to people who you see on YouTube. Okay? Stop comparing yourself to people that you see on Facebook groups. Okay? That shit is not reality. Okay? I want you to know I am a real person. Flesh and blood here. I have messed up more times than I can even remember. I've learned the hard way. Business success comes by getting in motion. That's why I named my company Mo2. It's Latin for motion. Motion. Getting in motion, not by comparing yourself and wishing that you were like this person or feeling bad about yourself. Come on, and you know you do that. You feel bad about yourself because you saw somebody posted some things on some Google site or some Facebook post or in some group, and now you're like, well, I'm not there, but I'll get there one day. Stop comparing yourself and take your eyes off of other people and put them on the simplicity of the tasks at hand before you. Okay? It's good to be inspired by people, but 90% of the shit we're looking at online is not inspiring us. We're taking it and we're abusing ourselves with it. We're abusing ourselves, guys. Stop it. Stop abusing yourself with this stuff. Stop comparing yourself. Stop trying to meet somebody else's standard. Ooh. Stop trying to live up to somebody else's standards. You don't need to be somebody else. You need to be you. You need to do you. Right? We've all heard that. Do you. You do you. Be yourself. Nobody can do it quite like you. Right? If you don't be yourself, nobody's going to. Nobody. Nobody's going to be you. You better be you. You better stop comparing yourself to all these other people and what you think their reality is like, because that's really what it is. You stop comparing yourself to what you think other people's reality is like and beating yourself up in your head, comparing your standards to somebody else's standards. Do you want to live by your standards, or do you want to live by their standards, or what you're perceived, what their standards are? What you're perceiving of that, because that's really what it is. Stop comparing yourself to other people that you feel are further along in the game. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stop chasing people. Stop looking for people in other groups and in my group and in that group and his group and her group to give you free help and free training. Stop doing that. No one is going to do it for you. No one is going to fill in all the blanks. No one is going to take you by the hand and give you all the check. Nobody's going to do that. I might be the closest thing there is to that. And I can tell you, it doesn't seem to exist in Facebook groups. I see people getting free mentoring all the time. I see people getting free JV partners to help them, baby them through the first step. You know what that ends up as? Nothing. 99% of the time, it ends up with you being more discouraged than you were before. You don't need to be chasing other people. You need to be doing what I'm about to share with you right now, which is, every athlete needs a coach. Every athlete needs a coach. One, for accountability, and two, to shorten down the time frame of you suck at this and help you stop making silly and useless mistakes, and to practice perfectly. That's what a coach does. He helps you practice perfectly. I used to be very, very talented at music. I've got a trophy sitting around here somewhere. I used to be a soloist in jazz. A jazz trumpet soloist. I've learned a lot about music. It's very much a part of my life. Still, I love music. I feel music. Something about music it's otherworldly. It's not just of this world. It's, when I hear Beethoven, when I hear Bach, I hear these guys, I'm like, wow. They are channeling something from another world. That's how I feel about music. How did they get that good? How did they get that talented? Well, they had people teach them what to do. They weren't going out and chasing this guy and chasing that guy and chasing those people and trying to figure out what to do. No, they had an instructor, a coach. Every athlete needs a coach. The football players need a coach. I don't live very far from the Chiefs Stadium here in Kansas City, and they have coaches, several coaches. Why? Because they need to be able to keep these athletes accountable. Because what I learned in my music life is that practice doesn't make perfect. We've heard that our whole lives. It doesn't. That's bullshit. Practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Practicing perfectly makes perfect. Okay? So you need a coach to help you practice perfectly. Doesn't need to be me. It can be someone else. It needs to be someone you can relate to, someone you can connect with, mostly someone that you know you can trust, and someone that you know will help you practice perfectly and keep you accountable to the fundamentals. The fundamentals. I don't know who I'm talking to out there about, but I know this is what somebody needs to hear. All right? Until you can practice perfectly. Now hear this. You cannot expect massive success. All you can expect, well, I'll relate this to my music life. Until you can learn to practice perfectly, all you can expect is dress rehearsals. That's it. If you're trying to get on the phone, and this is the first time, and you're scared, and you don't know what you're going to say, but you've got the little outline that I give you, you've kind of listened to a couple videos, you know what you're doing? You're not going out there batting 1,000, are you? You're doing a dress rehearsal. Dress rehearsals. Are you trying to avoid the dress rehearsal and go right from being a novice to being a performer and a player? You want to be a hitter? Then you better get in the box and start practicing perfectly. Because in the heat of the game, it's going to be hard to have that perfect edge. And that's only going to come down on you every now and then. So you better have practiced as perfectly as you possibly can so that you can have success. See, these phone calls, guys, when I tell you, and I tell the one-on-one coaching students, 5 calls a day, what am I doing? I'm telling you, this is the rhythm of practice. This is how you need to practice. 5 a day. Run 5 a day. Do your 5 a day. Get your practice in. And practice at getting perfect. Practice at being more perfect. Make this call better than the last call. You need a coach to help you do that. But the principle is that you must practice, and you must learn to practice perfectly. Okay? Now, next I want to share with you a little bit about the skills that you need. and the distractions that come. All right? Please stop being distracted by absolutely every real estate tool, every real estate guru, and every real estate coach. Some of them are in it just for the money. Some of the tools are there just because they exist to make money for the owners and creators. You'll find that in my videos, I suggest that you only have, typically in the pretty house business, automated REI and PropStream when you're ready and you can afford it. In the ugly house business, you need to have getresponse.com. Those are and PropStream. Those are the two tools on either side of the game. But yet, we find ourselves talking about Real eFlow, talking about Freedom Soft, talking about this one and talking about that one. Oh, there was a new one that came up and we better check it out. And you're avoiding the dress rehearsal. I told a student the other day, he said, thank you for telling me that. I told him this. I said, hey, you are avoiding, these are stall tactics, man. You know what you want to do. Now, go do it. Get in motion. Get in the box and swing. Right? You got to get in motion. Stop being distracted by everything, guys. Couple tools that you need. That's it. Forget it. Forget the rest. When you got the money later and you got the time, now check those out. But for now, just simply work with the simplicity and the beauty of what we have going here. It's so easy. It's so simple. There's so many tools out there, but you need so few of them. You need to spend so little money to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So stop being distracted by the tools, but rather learn the skills necessary to complete the job. What is your skill set? Well, I've got a background in this. I've got a background in that. I do this or I do that, or I'm talented at this or okay. But in the real estate wholesaling game, your most important and valuable skill of all the skills that are needed, they're necessary. Like maybe organizing your day, organizing your goals, marketing a little bit here and there, all these various things. They might need to be done, working with a virtual assistant maybe at some point. All the things that you could consider, all these things I have to manage. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. You know what you need to learn how to do? You need to learn how to run the automated REI and have a phone call with somebody in a professional and planned out, organized way that gets to the point and gets what you want done. That's it. That's the skills. Those are the skills, guys. And I see people like, it blows my mind when I have students, I get them right to the point of calling leads. I even show them how to get leads. I show them how to produce leads on demand, on the cheap, on the regular, when they want, how they want, in a non-invasive way, texting. Here's some leads. We need to call them. Oh, well, I wanted to talk to you about this website I saw. I think I need a website and blah, 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 blah. Stall tactics. Stall tactics. You don't want to go to the dress rehearsal because you haven't learned the skills. But we close our eyes and daydream of stepping onto the stage and being a professional performer. But we can't even get to the dress rehearsal because we don't know the skills. Guys, get the skills. Running automated REI, easy. Having that first phone call with the seller, yeah, that's the one. Learn that one. Get that skill. It's the only thing that's necessary. Besides little stuff like running automated REI. Not getting distracted with building a nice website. I got a website. You know how many people go to it? Not many. You know why? I don't need them to. Why? Because I'm going to text them and call them. I'm not trying to get somebody to be like impressed with my website and shit. Okay? That's reality. When it comes to outsourcing, I have students that want to start outsourcing immediately. Yeah, you can outsource immediately, but you're going to want to keep it simple until you can afford not to. Until you can afford to not be simple with this, keep it simple. You don't have to outsource all this stuff. And if you do want to start outsourcing stuff, outsource them running the scraper on automated REI. Outsource them doing the text blast with the message according to your parameters. Right? Have them text the yeses and the maybes. And have them set an appointment for you to have that professional closing call. See how easy it gets and simple? When you want to keep it simple. You know, a lot of you have your head in the fan. Pop, 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 pop. Get your head out of the fan. Let's look at how simple this is, and let's get moving. Now, this has been an unorthodox video. I haven't always had videos like this. I wanted to just kind of heart to heart with you for a minute. And if you've stayed with me this long, God bless you and thank you. You have everything you need to get started. RealestateWholeSalersClub.com for absolutely free. Are you suffering from distraction? From comparisons? Are you suffering from a lack of coaching? Are you suffering from not wanting to do the dress rehearsal even because you don't know the skills? You just like to slide right into being the star of the show? You can do this. Listen to me now. You can do this. I really mean that. It's simple. It may not be always easy, but it is always a simple thing. Judge yourself. Make the adjustments. And let's get moving. Shut up, money. Yes. Hey, thanks for watching. But don't forget to post, introduce yourself, tag a friend, like us, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video. Just do something. Don't just sit there. There's all that money out there. You got to get going. Get in motion. This is Motion Real Estate.